So now we're multiplying a mixed number by a whole number, and the way I like to do this is to use partitioning. So for this first question, 3 4/5 times 4, what we can do is multiply 3 by 4, then multiply 4/5 by 4, then add up our answers. So 3 times 4 is 12, and now we just need to work out 4/5 times 4 and then add up our answers. Now when we're multiplying a fraction by a whole number, it's really important to remember that we only multiply the numerator. The denominator stays the same. So 4 times 4 is 16, but the denominator stays at 5. Now I said we're going to add these two answers together, but we can't write 12 16/5 as our answer because we can't have an improper fraction in a mixed number. So we need to change 16/5 back to a mixed number. We do that by division. 16 divided by 5 is 3, remainder 1. So we have the remainder as our numerator, and then the denominator stays the same. So 16/5 is the same as 3 1/5. So now we can add 12 and 3 1/5 to get our answer. 12 plus 3 is 15, the fifth stays the same, so our answer is 15 1/5. Now 2 2/3 times 7. So we can start by multiplying the whole number, part of the mixed number, and 2 times 7 is 14. So now we can work out 2/3 times 7 and then add up our answers. Again, really important that we remember to only multiply the numerator. So 2 times 7 is 14, but the denominator has to stay the same. Now again, we can't write 14 14/3 as our answer because we can't have an improper fraction in a mixed number. So we need to change 14/3 into a mixed number. We do that by dividing. 14 divided by 3 is 4, remainder 2. So the remainder 2 is our numerator, and the denominator stays what it was, stays the same. So now we're just adding 14 plus 4 2/3. 14 plus 4 is 18, the 2/3 can stay the same, so our answer is 18 2/3. Now 1 1/4 times 40. So 1 times 40 is 40. We can work out 1/4 times 40 and then add up our answers. We only multiply the numerator. 1 times 40 is 40 and the denominator stays the same. But again, we can't write 40 40/4 because we can't have an improper fraction in a mixed number. So 40 divided by 4 is exactly 10. There's no remainder, so sometimes when you multiply a fraction by a whole number, you will get a whole number as your answer. So now we're just adding 40 and 10, which gives us 50 as our answer. Now 25 times 1 1/2. Well, 1 times 25 is 25, so now we can work out 1/2 times 25 and add up our answers. 1 times 25 is 25, the denominator stays the same, so we have 25/2, which we can change back into a mixed number by dividing. That's 12, remainder 1, the denominator stays the same, so half of 25, or 1/2 times 25, is 12.5. So now we're just adding up our answers. That's 25 plus 12.5, the fraction part stays the same, 5 plus 2 is 7, 2 plus 1 is 3, so our answer is 37.5. Thank you so much for watching, I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now, I'll see you in the next video.